What is up, you guys? It's Sussan Mourad here with Clevver News, and a former Vanderpump Rules star has just announced she's expecting a baby just days after she was fired from the show for her past racial remarks. Before we get into exactly who is expecting, let's wind it back and get into all the details on why Bravo let go of 4 members of the cast of Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules is a popular reality show on Bravo TV, a spin-off of the even more popular Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Stassi, Schroeder and Kristen Doute, both OG cast members since the beginning, were fired for past racial remarks made in tweets and podcasts. Newcomers Max Boyens and Brett Caprioni were also fired for racist tweets. It all started when Faith Stowers, a former cast member of Vanderpump Rules, did an IG Live with MTV's Candice Renee Rice. Faith spilled a lot of tea on Vanderpump, but nothing was bigger than when she discussed Stassi and Kristen reporting her to law enforcement over a false stealing claim.
There was an article out where there was an African American lady who it was like a weird photo, so she looked very, very light skinned, and had these different like weird tattoos or whatever. And they showcased her, and I guess this woman was like robbing people and stealing like gold bars. The woman was at large. Okay, she was drugging them. She was on a mission, and they called the cops and said it was me. Yes. And this is like true story. I heard this from actually Stassi doing an interview. She's telling them what they did to me.
Faith is referring to a 2018 episode of the Bible podcast. On it, Stassi admitted that, along with Kristen, they had called the cops on Faith. Kristen also tweeted about it at the time, saying in a now deleted tweet, quote, "Hey tweeties, doesn't this ex-Pump Rules thief look familiar? Someone put her on MTV and gave her a platform for press. I didn't want to go there, but I'm going there."
They called the cops on me. The police say, "Oh, that sounds crazy. We're not coming. That's not Faith. We looked it up. That's not her. It was somebody else." But it was just funny because they thought it was me because it was a black woman with a weave. So they just assumed it would be me. And they called the cops on me, and it didn't work. So they were upset about that. Then that didn't work. So they said, "Oh, well, she's military. She's AWOL. The military's looking for her. So get her that way."
After hearing Faith's story, Bravo acted quickly and terminated both Stassi and Kristen's contracts. The former stars both publicly apologized, with Stassi saying, quote, "My emotions over something that happened between our friends outweighed my logic, and there is no excuse for that. I did not recognize then the serious ramifications that could have transpired because of my actions. What I did to Faith was wrong. I apologize and I do not expect forgiveness." Kristen's statement read, quote, "Although my actions were not racially driven, I am now completely aware of how my privilege blinded me from the reality of law enforcement's treatment of the black community and how dangerous my actions could have been to her. It was never my intention to add to the injustice and imbalance." After learning of their firings, Faith said to Page 6, quote, "I feel so vindicated. Studios and production are able to see blatant racism and make these positive changes and help move the race forward. Help with the fight forward." Stassi and Kristen's crisis manager released a joint statement for the two on Friday, saying, quote, "Stassi and Kristen acknowledge what they did was wrong, have apologized and been punished. Without casting aside their actions or the impact of those actions, they want to move forward as part of the solution in ways that are productive, meaningful and sincere. Both of them recognize actions speak louder than words, and that is what will guide them as they move forward." And speaking of moving forward, in light of these firings and racist remarks, we were totally thrown off guard when one of these two ladies then dropped the bombshell news of her being pregnant. Well, if you guessed Stassi Schroeder as the expecting mother, you are correct. While Stassi hasn't officially announced anything, she was spotted along with Beau, her fiance, last Friday in Los Angeles picking up some food. According to reports, Stassi wore a cardigan that covered up her baby bump. Meanwhile, Beau, the likely father-to-be, was not fired from the show last week. Despite that, he will not be returning to Vanderpump Rules to support Stassi, according to reports from Us Weekly. No further details or apologies have been made by Stassi or Beau. And for all the details on that Vanderpump Rules firing, click right over here for another Clevver video. And be sure to let me know all of your thoughts on Stassi's pregnancy announcement off the heels of being fired from the show. I'm your host, Sussan Mourad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.